Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. We got a pretty interesting one today. This isn't your normal video that I do, but I decided that I'm going to do a first take / review on my brand new 2021 Tundra TRD Pro. This one, I'm sorry, we're kind of fighting the light here, but if you can see, this one is finished off in Lunar Rock, which is sort of like a grayish green color. It is the limited color for 2021. A lot of people were like, it's okay, because they put it on the RAV4. And again, I'm not a big Toyota guy, so I don't know a ton. Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys can make comments below. Make sure that you kind of ask me if I missed anything. Please feel free to reach out. Because again, I don't know these in and outs, different trim levels, so on and so forth. I do, however, know that while I was looking for them, I was originally looking at just a plain, I believe it's just a base SR5, and then I was also looking at the Platinums, the 1794 editions, which are like your loaded up models. This one is loaded in a different way. It's got a lot of features that the Platinum and the 1794s don't have. So a couple things here. One of the things I really like, as stupid as it is, the rigid fog lights. You have the black housing LED headlights there, which I think just fit everything on it. All these little black accents. You got the iForce 5.7 liter V8 emblem, the Tundra, the blacked out grille. It just all looks so good together, even with the grill inserts, so on and so forth, and the blacked out wheels. Speaking of the wheels, you have 18-inch BBS forged, there we go, TRD, with that little red accent in there, which just kind of, another little accent is the TRD suspension springs that they did, which just, again, all ties together. So this one specifically, I believe this was just an option. It's called the Predator stair step. It's just the running boards. You can get the regular running boards, or you have the option of getting that add-on, which I really liked. You have, specific to the TRD Pro, they stamp the bed, which is sick. You have a black tip TRD exhaust. That's a dual exhaust, not the same exhaust that comes on the regular Tundra. I'm going to give you guys a clip right here. As you can see, it's not the quietest truck, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, most Tundras have a relatively loud exhaust. It's comparatively to most stock cars. So, you know, something to keep in mind when you're looking at this. If you're not into a louder exhaust, don't get the TRD Pro. Okay, so you got the tailgate, which, if you can see, I don't know, it came down a little quick, is dampered. You got the sprayed bed liner. It's got the, I guess you could call that embossed Tundra logo in the back, which kind of looks awesome. This is a 4-wheel drive. This one did come with a tow package, which we'll kind of get into a little bit more in regards to the pluses and minuses of this truck versus the other ones that are out there. Again, we'll just go back up to the front. I don't know if I gave you a good front head-on. Beautiful grille, and you do have the faux, I guess you'd call those faux fake hood scoops, but they just look mean. This one, and again, this is kind of where I don't know. This one has the one-touch lock and unlock door handles. Easy entry, I don't know what you want to call that, what Toyota's version of that is, but I don't know if that comes standard on all cars, or all Tundras, I should say. All right, let's go on into the inside of the car. Now, this is where everything becomes a little bit more questionable. And there is some stuff on the outside, but the inside seems to be where most people have their biggest concerns. Again, this is what you have to be in all the time. So in my opinion, the doors, they do have a lot of plastic on them. I'm not gonna tell you they don't. They do have this nice leather insert. You do have, if you can see, the red stitching. It does come with the JBL speakers, and I believe these are pretty standard. I don't think that's an option, really. You do have the Tundra TRD Pro winter mats, if you will. You do have wheel well lights, which is kind of cool. I like that. I don't know if that's on both sides, but it's definitely there, so you can see the e-brake. The TRD Pro seats, which is leather, they are electric. You have the TRD Pro stitched into them, and these are heated as well. You have a leather wrapped steering wheel with all your buttons on here, all your controls. Again, pretty simple. Down here, you have your bed light, you have your auto high beams, which is really kind of a cool feature. The rear window, which I absolutely love. I don't know if I pointed that out on the Tundras. This goes up and down. Let's hop in here again. It's a little chilly out here. Let's start this one up. All right, so you can see that the Tundra has that nice little embossed logo there as well. I keep saying embossed. I don't know if that's actually the term. You have a touchscreen. This one is equipped with navigation. This one has Sirius XM radio, HD radio. This one does come with a Apple CarPlay, Android Auto connection, which are pretty standard across the board, I believe. This one has the battery plugs as well as the, I guess that's your plug for the Bluetooth, so on and so forth, CarPlay and Android Auto. Some pretty simple gauges. You do have HomeLink in this car, and I believe Toyota has their own safety security SOS type deal. I forget what they call that, but they have their own version of that comes with subscription to that. I believe is like a year or something like that. I don't know all of the warranty stuff and all that. I figured I won't bore you with any of it. It's easy. You can Google it. I could put a link down below in the comments. Oh, real quick, while I'm looking at it, this one did have the towing option, and that's kind of what I was getting at as far as pickup trucks are concerned. Yes, you have plastic all over the place. We do not have that huge iPad thing that the Ram comes with, the 1500. From what I'm told, they are comparing these trucks, the TRD Pros, to the Ford Raptor, to the Ram TRX, and you're talking about a 700 horsepower Hellcat motor, a Raptor that was built for the Baja. Both those trucks were pretty much built for the Baja. I don't think Toyota's intentions were the Baja when they built the TRD Pro. I believe what they really wanted, the person that's buying these types of trucks truly is interested in possibly doing some overlanding, some off-roading, and having a truck for everyday use. Now, I haven't done any research on the TRX, so don't quote me on any of that stuff. I do know the Raptor because it was a truck that I was interested in at one point. The downside to that is its towing capabilities is bonk. Like, you really can't even use it to tow, and it kind of defeats the whole purpose of, like, it takes out a whole feature of a truck. I want it to be able to tow, and even if I don't tow, I want the option to tow. I feel like I've always been the type of person, back when I sold cars, I sold cars for Volkswagen for many years, and I used to tell people, like, sometimes buy an option that you don't necessarily care about if it fits your budget. So say the car came with a sunroof or something. That will only help you when you go to sell it, because somebody that doesn't necessarily want a sunroof will take a sunroof. They, you know, like, they're not going to not buy the car because it's got a sunroof, but they may not buy a car without a sunroof. So if you get a car without a sunroof, they may not buy it. So my biggest thing was always get the car spec'd out, your value will go up, and it's never going to break the bank. We're not talking about a, you know, Porsche 911 Turbo S where you're talking about an $8,500 brake option. You're talking about something that's relatively cheap, maybe $1,000, $500, $800, so on and so forth. So again, my opinion, that means absolutely nothing. The Tundra TRD Pro / Tundra in general is going to hit all those buttons. It may be a little outdated as far as its styling cues, but for me and what my needs are, I think the interior on this truck's absolutely gorgeous. And anybody that, you know, is looking for anything crazier than this probably wouldn't even take this truck into consideration. So this is going to be the last year for the 5.7 liter V8. Toyota will be switching over to a V6 turbocharged hybrid, I believe, as most other companies have. Like Ford has the EcoBoost, so on and so forth. So Toyota is coming to the table with that. But again, this was really my first take on my ownership of this car, buying it, why I wanted it. I think this truck's beautiful. I think it hits all the buttons. The only thing that I kind of have a qualm about, if you will, is the tires on this truck are lame looking. That's a personal preference, and if you're really just looking for practicality, these tires are the way to go anyway. And maybe in a future video I'll do something that's, you know, undetermined. But again, if you like this channel, I know this was a little bit different from the norm. I don't usually do reviews like this, but this is a brand new car that I just got, and I figured, hey, why not just do a walk around and go over it with you guys. So if you like it, hit the like button, please subscribe, let's grow this channel. And again, any comments I will absolutely love. I answer all of them. I'm super engaged with all of that stuff, so please hit me up. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys soon.